Talking to Artie Palula, of course, the man behind Banner Promotions. And we were talking earlier about the Boxino tournament and how it might lead to you guys finding another diamond in the rough, and you certainly found one in Ruslan Provodnikov a couple of years ago, and you guys basically have a gold mine with him right now, and he's one of those names that is just floating around there for all of the big money fights in boxing, but the one that's getting rumblings right now is a potential matchup between him and Brandon Rios. Is there anything to that at all? Have there been discussions on either end about making that fight happen?
You know, we would love to fight Brandon Rios, but not at 155 pounds or 154 pounds and 147. Brandon Rios is a good fighter. He's lost his last two fights, and in his last fight he tested positive for, I guess, performance-enhancing drugs, or I think it was a diuretics or whatever. And the problem we have with that fight is that I don't think his own promoter can guarantee that he can make weight. And I don't want my fighter, who's always in shape and is a great athlete, and he's on the cusp of fighting the Pacquiaos and the Bradleys and the Marquezes, because they're all essentially trying to avoid him because he's the biggest puncher in the division. We fight Brandon Rios and you make a weight, and he can't make weight. That's a problem. That's a real problem for the fans and for my kid who's actually making weight. See, when you have to make weight, you're working at cutting weight, so you're taking your body apart to make weight. And if we make a 140-pound title, and that's what we'd have to do to defend our title, and he comes in at 47, 48, 46, 45, he didn't break his body down to make the weight. He didn't have to go out of the extra 9 yards, and I'm not going to do that. We're not going to. And Bob Arum told me he cannot deliver the fighter at 140 pounds, and we're not going up to 47 because that benefits him.
Right.
My kid fights at 140. Only time he ever fought at 47 was against Bradley. He came in at 44. Because it was an opportunity. Now, if there's a Bradley or Pacquiao fight and there's millions of dollars, he's going back to 47. But not for Brandon Rios. He has to make 40. And I don't believe he can make 40.
What would be Ruslan's options, or what are his options then at 140? Are there names that you're eyeing up that you guys, that would be network
Right
approved?
now, he'll be back on the network sometime in May and June on HBO. Those are the deadlines for his fight. And there's a lot of guys that we're talking about. Dulorme is one. DeMarco is another one.
Okay. And
the kid who won the fight on Friday night on ESPN, Algieri, is another one. So basically, you know, we have told HBO that he will fight anybody at 140 pounds because Ruslan can beat everybody at 140 pounds. So we're okay with whoever they want to put us with.